So, welcome to my new show. This is Offside and Unfiltered with me, Bradley Woods. They call me Woodzy. And this is The Pulse on TMB. Now, The Pulse is a growing black media company, but it's for everybody. But what they're trying to build here is a space where we have a voice for ourselves and we can log in and see familiar faces. So, that being said, I've been given the opportunity to have my own show. And it's called Offside and Unfiltered.
Come on.
And we're here to say things that people might not want to say on TV. Obviously, I'm looking no red cards. I don't want any red cards. But more time, you know what I'm like. Now, let me introduce myself. I've got a footballing background. I'm not an armchair fan. I'm really not an armchair fan. Yeah? Me, the streets Batistuta. They used to think I was Ian Wright's son. I'm not even his son. But you know why they thought that? Because the way our bag goes, I'm a tuck shop owner. That's what I am. Now, this is something that I'm doing live and direct with you. And I would love engagement. I would love you lot to be involved with me as much as possible. Voice your opinions. Later on in the show, I'm even going to have some phone-ins. So please, call in. Call in. Debate with me. Football's about passion. Yeah? Sometimes you get upset. Sometimes you get aggressive. Sometimes you get mad. Sometimes you get sad. I've been sad. I'm an Arsenal fan. I've been sad for a very long time. But you know what? Right now, you know what? Let's not get into that. Because we won't. Not just yet. But just in case you thought I was an armchair fan, I'm not. That's the shirt right there. Yeah? I've got the t-shirt. So check my credentials. There's too many people online talking football that can't kick a ball 5 yards. So I thought to myself, no problem. I'll have a bit of that. I'll talk a bit of football. Because if everyone else can do it, then why can't I? Now, this is not scripted. I've got bits and pieces of information in front of me just to keep me updated with the flow of the show, footballing results and certain topics. But what I will say is this. Everything you see here is raw. It's authentic, it's unfiltered, it's me. So, let me get into the first segment of the day, really and truly. And we've had all the pleasantries, but I'm just gonna touch on the surface of something. It's a bit, it's passionate to me because they're the other side. They're the other side. Tottenham, muddy waters. It's crazy over there. They've got the big new stadium up there. It's looking like a toilet bowl. I had a gaffer once in my life. He come into the change room. He's like, boys, do you know what? Would you let a man walk in your ass and shag your missus? The boys are looking confused. He said, no, you wouldn't. So don't let anyone come in our ass, turn us over, like they're going to leave afterwards with your missus. And I'm telling you, if that don't get the boys moving for the second half, first half, any time in the game, then football's not for you. You see, football's based on opinions. And I have my own opinion. And I think Tottenham are toilet. They're getting relegated. And it's a bad turnout for them, really. That new manager that they got don't care. He doesn't care. I would like to say something. I think the boys' arseholes falling out. The team, they're gone. The whole squad's gone. You might as well pull out the youth team and let them get some minutes under their belt and prepare yourselves for the championship. Down at the Valley. QPR derby. Millwall. Yeah? Go and get roughed up. Because that's what can happen on your away day if you go down to Millwall, especially being Tottenham. Now, what I will say is this, which is very interesting. It's been almost 50 years. Almost 50 years since Tottenham got relegated. 76-77 season. That's when they got relegated. Now, that's a hell of a long time. It's a hell of a long time. And to be quite honest with you, I think it's only right. Finishing 17th in the table last season and winning the Intertoto Cup. I don't know if some of you remember the Intertoto Cup, but if you're a football man, they won the Intertoto Cup. Jumping around, parade, celebrations for the Tin Cup trophy. Came into this year thinking it was gonna be happy days. Bringing in a couple new specky players. A couple new top boys. But you know what it is? Because I've been there and I've played at certain clubs. Sometimes the club don't suit you. It don't suit you. You go there, the pitch don't feel right. The shirt don't feel good on you. It don't feel good on you. And you're thinking to yourself, what am I doing here? I don't want to be here. And now that's how some of them are feeling. Because they're in a relegation dogfight and they're all over the shop. So what I'm going to do is, any Tottenham fans, if you think that your team's not going to get relegated, then later on in the show, I'm going to put up the number, phone in, debate this with me. Let me know how it's going to go. First of all as well, let me shout out everybody in the chat. I appreciate you lot being in here. I'm seeing your comments. Yeah, exactly. DCF 1994. He said, what the scary thing is about Tottenham losing all these games is that expensive stadium. They're just going to be selling concerts in there, brother. What do you think they're going to be doing? They're renting it out. It's like I can't even say what I was going to. It's like a brothel over there. You got the NFL in there, boxing in there, concerts in there. It's a mess. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. But their current situation and the current state of what is going on over there is beyond beggars' belief. It's past squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time for them's out the window. Hey, oh my God. I don't even understand how they're gonna move themselves. How are you gonna galvanize? This is one of the words that the gaffer needs to be saying in team meetings. We need to galvanize each other together, boys. We need to be together. A unit. One. My man's in interviews. He don't even know what's going on with the injured players. Not even checking in with the physio, the medical staff. He don't even know what's going on with the injured players. They're going down. They're going down. They're going down. I'm telling you lot right now. If they don't go down and they stay up, I'll shave my beard off. I'll shave it off. Clean, I'll take it off. I don't mind. I'll take it off. I'm that confident. They're going down. I'm really that confident. I'm really, really that confident because it's Tottenham Hotspur. The chicken club. The chicken club. And you know what they've been getting at the chicken club? They've been getting 1 piece of chicken. Chips, Mirinda. 2 pieces of chicken, chips, Mirinda. 3 pieces of chicken and chips, Mirinda. You know what they got the other night? 5 pieces of chicken and chips. 2 fries, Mirinda. 5 piece. How you getting 5 piece? 5? Anyway. Touching on that. This week we had Champions League games going on. And like I said, they got a 5-piece of chicken and chips. 5-2 down. And I don't really see them coming back. I don't really see them coming back, to be quite honest with you. Atletico Madrid, the boys Alvarez, Llorente, Griezmann just, yeah, you know the names fitted. Playing against Tottenham and he greased them up. You understand? Them were then 5-piece. 5-2, Tottenham are out of here. You're out of the Champions League. So, next game, it's back at the toilet as well. So, it's gonna be crazy. But the puzzling thing to me is as well, in the Champions League, I guess we look at football and we say, the Premier League, is it the best league in the world? I know it's got the best marketing. I think it's got some of the best stadiums. I think it's got some of the best atmosphere in the world. But is it the best league in the world? I'd like to think so. But the dominance in the Champions League for English teams has not been great. You know, Liverpool's had their time. Man United's had their time. Chelsea's had a bit of time. But I think it's a bit few and far between over the last couple of years. You know, Man City done their job a couple of years ago. And that was good to see. But this year, if we're looking at the results in this last 16, it looks a bit sticky. It looks a bit sticky. And hopefully, a couple of the teams make it through. But Tottenham being 5-2 down, it's just they're out of it. They're out of it. Nah, the Chelsea boys. Do I need to say it? Do I need to tell you? Do I need to remind you of what the score is? Of what the Chelsea boys are at? It's 5-2 over there. 5-2 to PSG. PSG. Barcola. Dembele. Ballon d'Or. Vitinha. They still got a bag of ballers over there. Them man, they're cold. Ice cold. Now, I don't think Chelsea can bring this back. To be quite honest with you, I don't think they can bring it back. So I think Chelsea are out too. They're out. Yep. Their goose is cooked. So that's Tottenham out. Chelsea are out. Who's left? Oh, yeah. Man City. You know what? I'm not going to lie. This one kind of sweet me. Okay, you know more time I like Madrid still. You know everybody's a fan of Madrid. I like Madrid. You know everybody's a fan of Madrid. Of course we're fans of Madrid. From what day? Because you know why? They had all the goats over there at one point. The Galacticos. They still got 1,000,001 bad boy players over there right now cooking up the place. Valverde. If I didn't have the headphones on, I'd take off my hat. I tip my hat. Valverde. Hattie. Hat trick. Hat trick against the City boys. City boys had nothing about them. And it could have been 4. It could have been 4 if it wasn't for the... And these times I'm saying to myself, Vinny. After, you know, what he's been through. But against Man City, if you want that Ballon d'Or, you got to tuck that. The game's done. You got the Penola. You're the big dog. You've stepped up. He fluffed it. He's fluffed it. What happens to the best of us? It happens to the best of us. But do I think that City can come back from this? It's an interesting question. It's an interesting question. Chat, do you think City...
Yeah, man. Woodzy, yeah. Post and that. Hey, I'm going home so I can jump on the live.
Love my bro.
Come on, man.
Hey, big up Marks. So, Man City. Do you think that they can gate crash it against Madrid? Just like Marks gate crashed the door just a second ago. Do you think they can gate crash it and bring it back from 3-0 down? Do you think so? There's been some great comebacks in Champions League history. There has been. Liverpool against AC. The Barcelona against PSG comeback a couple years ago. Insanity. Insanity. That comeback's most probably, for me, that's most probably the greatest comeback in Champions League history. Although the Liverpool one, that one definitely, that was finals night. That was finals night. That was finals night. Well, interesting comments in the chat. Boy, yeah, Madrid can turn into wallads at times. They can. But whether they will or not, I'm not too sure because they ain't got no joke man manager. Xavi's he's changed it up now. He's got the boys them cooking. Them man are cooking on gas. Them man are cooking on gas now. They're looking good. And when it comes to playing against, I think some of the teams in the Prem, remember Xavi's been there. He's done that. He's got the T-shirt. He knows how to set the teams up. As long as they keep their team fit, I believe, yeah, they got that one in the bag. So Man City look like they're out. Man City look like they're out of the Champions League as well. Now, that leaves me with my boys, the Arsenal boys, the Gunners. Now, you see the Arsenal boys, yeah? Let me just calm down a bit. Because when I'm talking about my boys, it's not all fun and games. It's not all fun and games. It's serious business. We're in 4 competitions still. And I need my boys to get us over the line this year. That's what I need them to do. I need them to stay focused. I need them to stay composed. Now, being away at Bayer Leverkusen, you know, they won the Bundesliga a few years ago. They've lost the gaffer, sold a couple players, but they're still a good squad. So to go away, Germany, come back with a point, and we're bringing them back to the Emirates, under the lights, midweek. I'm telling you, it's over. So my thoughts are that we Arsenal are gonna be the remaining team left in the Champions League. If you think I'm wrong, somebody tell me, inform me, let me know in the chat. You lot let me know. Who else you think's gonna be in this Champions League? Liverpool. You think Liverpool's gonna still be in the Champions League? After Galatasaray just won the game and they big... You know what? R.I.P. Osman lost his mother. Of course they was gonna win the game for him. They're playing for a man who just lost his mum. And they're gonna be doing that in the next leg of the game as well. Of course they are. Of course they are. So Liverpool, they're under it a bit. And you know, I I see my brother in the chat, Bino, and he says, you're wrong, Liverpool go through. Okay. Potentially they go through, Nos. But potentially they don't go through. And if they don't go through, the only boys that's going through are the Arsenal boys. Now, Galatasaray, they're not no pushovers, you know. I know they're a team with swings and roundabouts and ups and downs and all of that. But on their day, it's tough. It's tough. And if we're looking at Liverpool at the minute, are they in the best reign of form right now? Are they in the best vein of form right now? So you're telling me because of no travelling fans means it's going to be peak. Listen, you see when I played, I wouldn't mind if there was 30,000 away fans in the stadium. I never worried about that. You think I worried about whether Milo was in the stadium, whether they could travel up north or something to come and watch the game? Just fill it up with away fans. Because you know what that's going to do? Me, as a player, that was gassing me up. I'm stepping out on that pitch and I'm saying, today, you know what I want to do? Bag. And you know why I want to bag? Because I want to run over to their fans and just rub it in their face. Rub it in their face. So no travelling fans, it don't matter. So yeah, obviously some fans, they bring a great atmosphere to the stadium, but I'm talking about mentality-wise. Mentality-wise, if they got people with the mentality that I had, then no one ain't gonna, you understand? No one's not really gonna be bothered about what they're dealing with and whether they got fans in there.
Woodzy.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody wants to chop it up with you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
DCF Mooks.
Yo.
Yeah. Let them
Yo,
come. Yes, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going? Woodzy, you're doing a good ass job still. Loving the show already. Big yourself up always.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. So what's your thoughts on some of the week's Champions League results, brother?
Yeah, no, this week was entertaining. It was entertaining still. I think with the Man City thing, I think they're probably gonna then they're gonna cut their losses, isn't it? I think it's easier for them to win the Prem than to win the Champions League. I think Real Madrid is too much of a tough game.
It's too much. It's too much for them. I can't see them coming back from 3-0 down. Not with the amount of talent. Like, they're both talented teams. Don't get me wrong. They're both talented teams. They both got insane ballers. Crazy ballers. Different. Yeah. Them, man, they got different type of ability on that pitch. But from 3-0 down...
I think when you see Gay and you see Semenyo, they didn't really do much in that game. I think that game showed them levels still. Champions League nights are different at the Bernabeu, innit?
Yeah, it's
different. Only top teams like Arsenal that can do home and away.
I take it you're an Arsenal fan. I take it you're an Arsenal fan.
I think so too. I know so.
I take it you're an Arsenal. One of my guys. You get me? But let's not be biased. Let's not be biased because we're talking about other teams. And
yeah, and I think you're wrong about Liverpool as well.
You think I'm wrong?
The Klopp is different too.
No, do you know what?
The Klopp is different.
I saw Minos in the chat saying that. And the cop is crazy. But do you know what the problem I have is that I'm looking at some of their previous games. And you see they had the loss to Wolves the other day. After everyone was kikiing when we got the draw. You know, it was all fun and games then. But they went and lost to Wolves. But do you know what I really took notice of? Mo Salah. He scores the equaliser. He scores the equalising goal in that game. And he runs off like he doesn't care. You just scored an equaliser to dig yourselves out of the mud against Wolves.
With Champions League, it's more so about heritage, isn't it? Form plays a part, and Liverpool got that Champions League heritage. So I don't think Galatasaray at home is going to really be a problem for them. And yeah, Premier League form is cool, innit? But look at where Tottenham is. They made it to the round of 16 and they're trash. We're talking about them getting relegated. I don't think Liverpool are going to capitulate.
All right. I believe. Where was? I see someone saying in the chat that away to Gala is tougher than away to.
What, Bayern?
Yeah, but the first leg was away. Now they're back at the Cop. So I understand the Cop's a different venue. It's crazy over there. Never walk alone and that. So
come on,
we could potentially give them the benefit of that. But if we're going off of the strength of, because me personally, if one of my players lost their mum and he steps out, he crosses the chalk with me and steps onto the pitch with me after just losing his mum to play the game, and he got the assist, leap like a salmon for the header. He's got a leap like what I used to have. Do you get what I'm saying? I used to have that leap. Still. It was like I was a little big front man. I'm winning all the flick on. So I know where he's got that from. So
I hear it. Osimhen is top striker as well. I'm Nigerian as well. I know about Osimhen.
He's a top striker. He's a top boy. So
I'm not saying Liverpool gonna drop out straight away. Not in the round of 16. I think they've got more about them.
All right. That's understandable. So you believe that after this next round of games, that it's going to be Arsenal and Liverpool only teams from the Prem remaining in the hat?
Yeah, 100. It's too late for Tottenham. They just need to.
Tottenham are out of it.
They need to focus on what they're doing next season. I think Charlton, Millwall, that's what they need to start focusing on. What's it called? Chelsea. I don't know. It'll be a miracle, innit? It'll be a miracle. I rate Enzo Fernandez, but it will be tough for them, innit? So it will only be Arsenal and Liverpool.
Someone in the chat says this though. Yeah, they say this isn't the same Liverpool that you can be nailed on for a home win. I'm not putting my money on them. I wouldn't. Remember a couple years ago, you definitely knew Liverpool in your ACCA. You knew that one was safe. I'm with him. I'm with him here. So I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't feel like it's shaky for Liverpool. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because, a lot of people will think that they can come back and, they've got an amazing... I'm not taking nothing away from them. I'm not taking nothing away from the boys. I'm not taking nothing away from them. Their Champions League history is insane. It's insane. That's Liverpool. But, truth be told, I think they're going for a rough patch as well.
Have we talked about Arsenal yet?
Well, I touched on Arsenal, and I was touching on them as you called in. So what's your thoughts?
I think our past 2-3 games, we ain't really been playing well. We haven't been playing our best. That game, I think we come across a different formation that we hardly see three at the back in per minute.
Yeah.
And I think they were just dropping deep. So it was a bit difficult to break down. So it was a bit tough for us. I think tactics were a bit off.
Yeah, but we're away against a German side. Do you know what I mean? Like going away to any team in Germany is always gonna be a tough night. A lot of teams in Germany are defensively sound.
I hear it.
A lot of them are defensively sound. I'm not talking about the whole of the league, but I mean their top boy teams over there. A lot of them, most of the time, they got a great setup over there defensively. So I always expected it to be a tough night. It was. I'm happy we managed to dig out the result and get a draw over there. 100. To bring them back to the Emirates.
Back as well. I think Kai's going to bring a different element to us. He's already shown that this season. I'd love to see Kai and Gyökeres working together too. I know there's a top Gyökeres hater in the studio too. But I know there's a top Gyökeres hater in the studio.
Okay.
But I think he's going to come good when you pair him with Havertz.
That's crazy. Crazy boss. Crazy boss. How dare you? I'm not even in the room. I'm backstage. You're crazy.
Hey, Brent. See, now we know who it is. Brent, Jokeris hater. I'm telling the people.
120%. He's not a footballer.
Oh my God.
Not a footballer.
Oh my God. Like, he could turn into baby Haaland after.
That's Jokeres' biggest fan. Brent is Jokeres' biggest fan, and he's with me still.
No, but to be quite honest with you, I believe that I don't believe that Kai Jokeres partnership works. I don't
You
see
don't?
it. No, not for.
I think it worked. It worked in one game, and it worked against Sunderland too.
Yeah, but I mean, that's with Kai playing Justin behind, though, right? So,
I think that's Kai's best position as well.
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. I thought that Kai at one stage was gonna turn into like Muller for Bayern. I thought that's what he was gonna. I thought that's how he was gonna develop. But since he's come back from injury, I'm not gonna lie, he looks very good, and I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him to get back and be looking as sharp as he is, because anytime you come back from having a bad injury, it's always difficult. I think that sometimes people don't talk about the mental state of what pressures it puts on players when you have injuries. It's very tough. It's not as easy as what people think. I've had 7 operations myself, so I know what it's like to be injured and not a part of the group, and you're mentally on your own, training on your own. You and the physio. It's not good. It's not a good place that you're in mentally, especially if it's a serious one. And sometimes you're feeling like you're not gonna come back to the player that you once was. Your body's not feeling right.
Sure.
It takes time. So I'm happy to see him back. Hopefully that he can keep. Hopefully that he can keep pushing on now. Do you know what I mean? But I see someone in the comments didn't like that I referenced Kai to Muller. Well, if you're so begrudged that I've referenced him to Muller, phone in as well after. Come on and tell me why you think that wasn't a good reference. Looking at him from his whole career when he was younger to before he went to Chelsea to now he's at Arsenal. Tell me why. What do you think, brother?
Oh, are you talking about the space? Havertz looking at space and him being a space invader?
I'm just saying him being like sort of a similar type of player to I thought he was going to develop into a type of player like Muller was, because Muller was a centre midfielder, could play through the middle, could drop back in.
I remember when Havertz landed, I remember him just being a wonder kid, innit? But I didn't really watch him properly. I think now that he's at Arsenal, you can compare him to more like Bergkamp, innit?
What? Oh,
Bergkamp,
man,
yeah.
Bro. You see, this is
No, that's
look. No.
fine.
Let's have a quiet word here. No one can hear us. But you see those type of statements. This is why people don't like us.
What? Just
You're
because
comparing.
exactly like him.
You're
He's got
comparing.
similar traits.
Do you know
Similar
what?
traits, yeah.
Bro, don't. You know what? You see, when you first come off, yeah, he's one of my own. You're comparing Kai Havertz to Bergkamp. You're insane. I beg someone in the chat. I beg the chat, tell him, please. Give me some insights.
No, someone in the chat, call up and prove me wrong, innit?
All right.
But I think he's got similar traits.
Now, man, this is what I'm
Positioning-wise.
saying. I didn't say Bergkamp. He said Bergkamp. I didn't say this. Do you think me, a man that knows football, is gonna say that Bergkamp has similar traits to Kai? I don't think they're similar players at all, to be quite honest with you. I don't think. What traits have you seen that he's like Bergkamp?
You put me on the spot, I can't even answer.
Simple question.
Hey, Brent, get out of here! Get out of here! Open up the phone lines! Get out of here! Get out of here! What are you? Silence.
Alright, JTD Jan, good afternoon. Sorry, good
hi,
evening.
Brent.
Hello. Good evening.
that's crazy. I can't stay too long. 'Cause funny enough, I'm gonna go play football myself. But that comparison is crazy. Bergkamp to Kai, like I get it in terms of maybe moving around, but in terms of technique, like nah, that's
Wait,
a
no,
massive
don't.
discrepancy.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by you get it in terms of moving around? Moving around? What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, movement in the. To be honest, I'm not willing to
Movement.
die on this hill. But
Movement.
I can kind of see where he might be. He see it in terms
You're
of
stuttering more than Joe did.
We've got
operating
another
as an
one.
attacking
We've got
midfielder.
another one.
We've got another one. You're stuttering more than Joe did in
don't worry.
stutter.
I don't see it because in terms of what I see, I'm based on my age. Like I didn't watch Beckham fully, but I remember seeing clips of him.
How old
for
are you,
what
brother?
that player was.
How old are you, brother?
Hey, I'm 30 on the dot. So
You're
on
30
that
years old, and you're telling me.
Yeah, on the dot.
So you're telling me I take it you're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
You
True,
Arsenal fans are absolutely murdering me right now. You lot are killing me dead.
Hey, no,
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
I don't see the comparison at all fully. I'm just saying if there's anything in which I'm trying to like devil's advocate, which I should stop being the devil's advocate, I need to be the angel's advocate. If there's anything in which I see, maybe a little bit in terms of operating in that front side, but in general, nah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Operating in the front side. You one of the coldest players, Bergkamp. The Flying Dutchman. Yeah? Bergkamp's movement. Let me explain something to you.
Maybe he's looking at it from this aspect in terms of because Kai is a smart player where he kind of knows how to. I can't believe
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you because right now you're talking, but I don't think there's anything here. So let me explain this. Right, you are comparing Kai.
I'm not comparing.
Oh no, you've compared the aspects, but we're listening to your aspects because I didn't say it. You said it, you know. We're talking about what you said, the words that came out of your mouth.
I hear it.
And this is why my mates think Arsenal fans are psychopaths. This is why people think we're psychopaths. Because you said it, and now you're telling me I didn't say it.
I'm saying it in terms of just operating maybe in the front, in terms of...
All right, so hear me. I hear what you're saying.
For that amount of money, believe me, that signing, when they're doing waka waka on the stage, I'm grudgingly singing that in the stadium, but like, I have to give credit where it's due. So we're seeing it now in terms of him now coming on and...
Look what you've done. Look what you've done. You've got people in the comments talking about all we need is another one of them to come on and say Saka's Henry in his prime.
Hey,
no.
This is what I mean. This is the muddy waters that you've just dragged me into. This is the muddy waters you've just dragged me into.
No, but we need to be measured here. We shouldn't obviously be going to the mud. I ain't saying all of that, in which feel free to do their banters in terms of that. But obviously, it was a wild comparison from Bergkamp to Kai Havertz. Just nah. Especially in terms of the type of footballer that I like in terms of tactile, aesthetically. Different technique levels, but I was just trying to help a brother out in terms of that comparison there.
Well, hear me out now.
It's called the new black, innit? So it's good that we got black brothers helping each other out, innit? Sometimes we make mistakes.
But as long as you know it's a wild comparison, though. But like,
it's a wild comparison.
Yeah, it was a wild comparison.
I'm saying Kai has more technique, like in the front line, innit? So.
That's crazy. See, that's crazy because he has more technique than Bergkamp.
I'm not than Bergkamp. I'm saying currently in our front line.
Oh yeah, 100.
Really the greatest.
I've got two psychopaths on the line. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Forget about all of that. Hear what I'm saying to you, yeah? Footballing IQ for Bergkamp is insane. His footballing IQ is out of these charts. And footballing IQ gives you the understanding so that you can read the game. So that you can move into certain positions and use...
In terms of vision and knowing what to do, agreed.
In terms of vision, movement, knowing what to do. IQ is all of these things. Positional sense, movement, vision, everything. Bergkamp had all of that rolled into one. Kai doesn't have everything. He doesn't have all of those traits. Kai's got good movement, but it's not Bergkamp movement.
Agreed.
Mate. I can't believe Arsenal fans... I never knew it was this bad.
I think where maybe there might be a miscommunication right now is I think he's now comparing like Kai Havertz in terms of the current crop, in terms of he's the only one operating like that, because who else do we have in the front lines? Jesus and Gokeres, in which, yeah, Gokeres, he needs to rise it if we're able to do what we need to do and make it to the promised land. But I think he was only coming from that angle.
That's
Look.
where I was coming from.
Okay.
That's where I was
All
coming
right.
from.
Understandable. All right. So right now, yeah, we've got Gyökeres who came into the season, off the back of not training for majority of the pre-season and the beginning of the season. He's come in, he's played a couple games, been hot and cold, and he hasn't had a dreadful season. He looks ugly to watch. Yes. He looks ugly to watch. But his numbers are still reasonable. Couple pens in there, but he's scored a couple goals here and there. There's been worse players that have come to the Prem and have started the seasons with less goals. So it's not the end of the world. But we've got to give him a little bit of time. We still got to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's difficult coming into a team.
But we're 3/4 of the season now.
Yes.
Even to that point, in terms of like he's had a bad preseason, he hasn't been able to get into gear. I hear that, but how many international breaks in which we had run and you can't come back in shape? Like he's been looking sharp, but
he's looking sharp. But remember, sometimes it's the style of football that we're playing. And remember, there's a lot of dog work that he is doing. He's doing a lot of dog work. And obviously, a goal scorer wants to score goals.
In the beginning, though, would you agree?
I believe that he's still doing the same amount. I still believe he's doing the same amount of dog work. I see him running around, and my man is panting, and it's not because he's unfit. It's because
With the amount of running that he's doing a lot of pressing.
He's doing a lot of pressing. It's tough.
And
listen,
a lot of the runs that he's making, some of them.
You know what? It's funny you say about the pressing point, because whenever I watch Arsenal games, the only person in which I really see is back in this whole pressing thing is Odegaard. I'm still yet to nobody's fully committed to the pressing in that regard. It's like, oh god, okay, there's somebody there. Let me try and close down the space, but they're not really trying to do the press, in my opinion. But I hear it in that regards. It's just that from the beginning of the season, I could see the glaring differences in terms of him being relentless, trying to I'm up, I'm open, I'm attacking the space, play it behind him, which we couldn't play vertically to give that pass. Nowadays, it doesn't happen as much, in which he struggled in terms of Premier League defenders, in which they have the athleticism to come back. He just struggles in that regard, in which I'm not seeing him. He's looking to go for the tussle instead of to try and do the thing in which he's good at in terms of create separation and let off a shot. That's
all right,
the issue.
hear this. Even my mate, who he don't like Arsenal, he says every player gets a first season unless you play for Arsenal or Man United. Then you have to be world class from game one. It's harsh.
Agreed.
It is harsh.
I agree.
It is harsh. You have to settle. You got to let them settle in. I understand everybody's talking about, but you could revert back to saying, okay, he played in the champ before, but that was years ago. He's still he's still got to come back and develop his game back to the style of football. And also, I believe that Arsenal was a wrong suit for him, personally. I don't think his style of play suits the way how Arsenal play their game. I don't.
All right, we've got a new caller, Miraculous Mirad.
Miraculous.
Thank you. If you're gonna do my nickname, Brent, it's Miraculous Miri. If you're gonna do my first name, it's Mirad. Don't mix up the two, please.
All right. What's happening, brother?
Hi, brother. I'm good. You see this Havertz comparison? I can tell you exactly why he should be compared to BERGKAMP.
Right.
Oh my days! I think I'm going.
All right, go on.
Number one, they both played for Arsenal. Number two, they both played for a country in mainland Europe. After that, the comparison ends.
Thank you.
Agreed. Oh, I hate that.
Thank you. This is exactly it.
That's it.
This is exactly it.
It's fair. All jokes aside.
Who do you support, firstly? Who do you support?
Arsenal.
Oh my God, I've got bare Arsenal fans on here.
Why do you support?
I support Arsenal, but they're going to say I've set this up. They're going to say I've set it up.
And you know what's worse? The fact that you look like Glenn Kamara makes it even more.
I look like Glenn Kamara. Or we want to start doing those ones. All right, no problem. You see next week. You see next show. I'm going to find your picture. And we're going to
I'll send it to you for free.
Yeah?
I'll send it to you for free.
All right, no problem, man. No problem. Because you know me. I know how to banter. I know how to banter.
Oh, yeah.
But lads, let me ask you. Now that I've got you lot here, let me just get into something now that there's a couple of us on the line, because I want to touch on this week's fixtures, right? So let me just let you know what's going on for a few of these weekend games, because we got Liverpool versus Tottenham, we got West Ham versus Man City, we got Chelsea versus Newcastle, we got Burnley versus Bournemouth, we got Arsenal Everton, Man U Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest Fulham. That's all the coming games for this weekend. Now, starting with Liverpool Tottenham. If Tottenham lose that, where are they going?
The relegation's on. Immediately. West Ham will get something from City.
You believe West Ham get something from City?
Yeah, they can get a point. They can get a point at the least. Forest will get some. Well, Forest are at home, right?
Yeah, Forest are at home.
Yeah, they'll pick up 3. Tottenham, relegation's on immediately. Number 18 for them.
Wait, well, to be quite honest with you, I believe that Forest, I believe it's going to be a very tight game, but my prediction for that game will be 1-0 to Forest. I believe that Forest have got enough players to dig themselves out the mud. I believe that their owner is not going to be happy if they go down. And me personally, I believe that Forest dig themselves out the mud and get the job done and stay up. Now, West Ham versus City. This is a dangerous one, and it's a touchy situation here.
Woodzy, before you continue, can I just say something? That fixture was meant to be played at 12:30 tomorrow. They changed that to 8 p.m. within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so but that has to be an agreement by both clubs.
Yeah, but they made that change. Equally, our game was meant to be at 3 o'clock. They changed it to 5:30.
Yeah,
it's convenient how they write the script.
It gets like that. But you can only put in the request, and both teams have to agree. So West Ham have agreed. They've agreed to that change. But like I say, going up against, when you're a top of the table club and you're pushing for the title or Champions League places, when you go away at this time of the season and you're playing any team that's in the bottom half, it's tough. Because playing a team that are fighting to avoid relegation is like playing a team in the quarterfinals in the Champions League.
It's like playing against a man. It's like fighting against a man that knows he's going to die.
Of course, because more time, them players there, they don't. No one wants a Relo on their name. No one wants to be Reloed. I've never been Reloed in my life. If I'd ever got Reloed off, I would have had total head loss. Relegation's one of the most nastiest things in football. And to be quite honest with you, any of the teams that actually go down now, me personally, the state of football in today, the loss of financial gain, losing all their big players, it's tough for any team to bounce back straight away. And Championship's not easy. It's not easy.
You say that, but they've expanded promotion to 6 teams, I think.
Huh?
I think from next season, I think the EFL have expanded. I think they've either expanded promotion. Yeah, they've expanded promotion and relegation to 6 teams. So I think the first two qualify automatically, and then it's the next 6 that fight it out for playoffs.
Okay. Next 6. Yeah, but that's not really an expansion. That's just adding more. Do you know what they're doing there? They're just creating more entertainment, more value for money at the end of the season. That's just more games to be played at Wembley. It's just more playoffs. Playoff. Pretty boring, to be quite honest with you. Like the good old-fashioned way, 3 teams up, 3 teams down, happy days. What's all this playoffs about? Did anybody ask for this? No one asked for this. Why have we got to have playoffs for? You go up, you go down. That's how it goes. It swings and roundabouts. You're either good enough to get up and automatically qualify and go up, or you're not. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it personally. Hello? What's happened? Phone lines are down? Alright. So Liverpool-Tottenham. Liverpool-Tottenham, that game at Anfield, that's already difficult. And I believe it's going to be a long day for Tottenham. And I believe that Tottenham lose that game 3-1 to Liverpool. I don't believe they have any chance of even picking up any result with their current form. Their current form is shocking. The big match of the weekend has to be Man City, West Ham. It has to be the biggest match of the weekend, because if that's the biggest match of the weekend, if Man City go and drop points again, they're out of here. They're out of here. Put the parade bus on Upper Street if them man don't get nothing against West Ham. Just park it
I
up.
thought the parade was starting in Woolwich. The parade has to start from Woolwich.
You're one of them guys.
No, I'm from South Nick. I'm SE18, so it has to start from Woolwich.
You listen, you got to get on the train, brother. DLR it up. Yeah, Arsenal's not in Woolwich no more, mate. Yeah, new home. They've been here for years. Highbury, the Emirates, they're here. Yeah, DLR it. You got an oyster?
I got it, I've got contactless. I'm a working man.
I didn't say you wasn't.
A man question is 9 to 5.
I didn't even question the 9 to 5. This is insane. Anyway, yeah. Chelsea Newcastle, boys. What are we thinking about Chelsea Newcastle with?
Who's at home?
It's Chelsea at home. It's Chelsea at home. I believe this one's a ball draw.
Oh,
Personally.
it's impossible. This is a goal fest.
You think this one's a goal fest?
Yeah, this is a goal fest.
I don't think this one's a goal fest. I don't think this one's a goal fest. I think this one's a ball draw. Two up and down shaky teams. Hit a bit of form, lose a bit of form. Hit a bit of form, lose a bit of form. That's where they're at.
Where's Newcastle in the league? Because, like, looking into it, I would say Chelsea would probably exert themselves more, because both teams will be looking towards, like, trying to the return leg in terms of trying to focus on that. So maybe they might not.
Newcastle are sitting 12th, and Chelsea are fighting to break into the Champions League.
Yeah.
They're just behind Villa, and Villa's form's shocking at the minute. So I guess they want to put their foot on the gas, but I don't believe that they've got enough momentum to do that, because one week they look red hot, and then next week they're just meaty.
So it depends what team comes up on the day.
Yes, what team comes up on the day? For me personally, it's what team comes up on the day. Like I don't believe that they're gonna have enough against Newcastle. Yeah, I don't believe it.
You don't think Chelsea will do well?
I don't believe. I just believe it's gonna be a great battle. It's going to be a good battling game, but I think it's going to be a boring game. I think there's going to be a lot of like oohs and ahs like down the flanks and wide. Barnes, you got Harvey Barnes, you got Gordon. You're going to have Garnacho and the rest of them boys there. I don't really like Chelsea, to be quite honest with you, so I don't really care too much for them, to be quite honest.
Can we get to the Champions Elect now?
Excuse me?
The Champions Elects.
Yeah. We can get to them. I just wanted
to
hear
address us by our right.
I just wanted to hear you say it twice, just so everybody else could hear it. Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal should control this. I believe. I believe we should control this. I believe that this is going to be a comfortable 2-0 win. That's my prediction on Arsenal versus Everton this week.
It'll be 2-0. I won't think it's comfortable, though. I think it'll take a while for the first one to come
I
through.
can see a draw as well, but let's see. Right.
You can see a draw. You don't believe that yourself. Even you don't believe it yourself.
I believe that. I think, do you know what? I secretly think you're not an Arsenal fan. Something about my soul tells me that you slightly support Crystal Palace when you was younger, and because Arsenal was when Ian Wright left, you followed Ian Wright. That's what I believe happened here. That's what I believe happened. I don't believe you're a solid Arsenal fan. But
Who's this? Who's saying this to you?
The Woolwich man, the Woolwich man.
Ah.
The Arsenal left to go to North London.
This is what I'm saying. But
I
boys,
feel like no.
get through the rest of these fixtures with me, yeah? We got Man U Villa. Both of them in Champions League places. I believe that...
Man,
2-2. 2-2, man. 2-2. 2-2.
2-2. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. I've actually got that down. I've actually predicted that myself, and I've put 2-2 there for that one. I have.
Yeah.
Like,
who's at home? United.
United's at home, and Villa are on a downturn.
Exactly. So I'd rather think it will be a United win, no?
Do you know what?
This is United we're talking about. This is United.
Maybe edge it 2-1.
Beanos in the chat says 2-1 United. But TC says United win as well. Someone else says I see a United draw.
I mean, Villa are one of those Jekyll and Hyde teams when they're away. At home, you can see that they're struggling with the expectation.
Me personally, do we think that the new gaffer bounce is over? I believe personally, I think that Michael Carrick needs the job full time.
No, he doesn't. He does not.
Why?
He does not.
Why?
The United fans don't deserve it.
Do you know? Let me explain something to you. You know the only way Tottenham would have got themselves out of the mud if they went and got Les Ferdinand and Tim Sherwood. They went and got Les Ferdinand. If they went and got and get Les Ferdinand and Tim Sherwood, they would have got themselves out of the mud. Or gone and got Harry Redknapp or someone. They would have got themselves out of the mud. I'm telling you. United going and getting Carrick was the best thing they've ever done. The best thing they've ever done, personally. Beanos says he wants Sean Dice. For who?
Listen,
Tottenham or who? United? Nah, Carrick should have the job. I believe that Michael Carrick as a player, he understand the game. He understood the game very well as a central midfielder. Solid, very, very solid central midfielder. I think he's done the work off the pitch and done his due diligence. And I believe that he's had the boys cooking. He's changed the whole dynamic of what was going on over there. They're playing a whole different style of football. And I believe that they look good at points. But I believe that the new gaffer bounce is always something that happens in clubs. I believe it was a big, massive impact for United. And they've come on leaps and bounds. And I believe that's all down to Carrick. You know what I'm saying? He's brought Kobe back from the dead. Mainu's back from the dead. He's got Casemiro playing, looking like he's 30 rather than... How old's Casemiro now? Like, almost my age, isn't it?
A man said Kobe back from the dead. What a bar. Wow.
Yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But
double entendre.
Evil Killy says that they should have enough to get past them. That's what he believes. And they wanted Sean Dyche for Tottenham, apparently. They wanted Sean Dyche for Tottenham, lads. So that's where they was at with it.
Honestly, I honestly take David Moyes.
Where?
Tottenham. Then they need someone who's got proven track record. This version of Dyche scares me because a man at Forest, he had the best tools he could ever have, and you saw what happened.
David Moyes. I've never been a Moyesy fan. I thought that me personally, I thought that when Moyes went to United, that was the worst thing they could have ever done. That was the worst thing they could have ever done. He was not the man for the job at that point in time. And I think since then, since that appointment, is when it all went wrong for him. Like where they've had a bit of a tough time. Like you know
who did that. You know who's doing that is
Sir Alex. Yeah, I know. He wanted his mate to come in. He thought he was a good, consistent manager at Everton. But this is the thing. This is the thing that we need to understand here, boys. when it comes to football, there are certain players and there are certain managers that are good at where they're at. Do you understand what I'm saying here? They're good. They're good because they're at that club. They're at a club that plays at that position, that level. There's not too much to be asked of them. Do you get what I'm saying? There's not that much to be asked of them here, and there's a lot of players like that. And then you give them an opportunity. You give them an opportunity, and then they they end up going to a club and it's bigger than them. It's bigger than them. Dan James looked like $1 million in pre-season when he went to United. Oh, he's rapid, super fast. Yeah, he's just like a less technical, like, I was gonna say somebody, but I can't say that player's name because it's a bit controversial. But he had a bit about him back in the day. But so I can't do the reference. Yeah, he used to play for Sunderland. That's all I'll say. That wide man. But boys, listen, it's 8 o'clock, and I'd like to thank you lot for joining me for my first show. I appreciate it. We've touched on a lot this week. We're gonna be back soon. I'll post up the dates. I'll let you lot know. Quick thing before I go, I want to give a red card shout out. And the red card shout out is going to go to the Tottenham keeper because he's had an absolute stinker. Absolute stinker. First half of that game, he let his team down massively. The game was too big for him. It was bigger than him. And I believe that he needs to be removed from goal, otherwise they're definitely going down because his head is going to be all over the shop and down the toilet for the next few weeks. So red card shout out to the Tottenham keeper because that's an horrific first half performance from him. Don't wear molds. As a goalie, don't wear molds. Always have your studs. Sometimes, even though the turf's nice, you need to get dirty. You get what I'm saying? But this has been it. Offside and Unfiltered. I know I had a lot of Arsenal fans call in. I know it was, you could say it was maybe a little bit biased, but I didn't want it to be like that. Tottenham fans, don't be scared. Call in. Call in next time. You can have your voice. United fans, everybody, call in. I want to give a shout out to TMB for giving me the opportunity as well to do this show. I played football for a number of years and I've always wanted to talk about football, never been given the opportunity. So this is something that we're going to lock in with. It's a work in progress. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. We're not biased. I'm going to side with my boys, but no bias here. We talk about everybody, every team fairly. I did batter Tottenham a lot. I did batter them a lot, but they deserve it. Because when Arsenal was in the mud, my Tottenham mates battered me. But I'm just now in front of the camera, so I can batter your team, and you can't do nothing about it. But unless you want to jump in the comments, but that's even better for me. I want to give a shout out to my bro Margs as well. My brother Beanos. Loons, all my no behaviour family and the boys that get me involved and got me involved with social media. I want to give a big shout out to the man that controls the keys and keeps everybody grounded and locked in. I want to shout out Brent.
Come on.
Appreciate everybody that works with the New Black. I appreciate the whole experience today. We're a growing company. We're all going to put on for the shows that we are here to provide for yourselves. There's going to be multiple different shows coming up. A lot of different shows for you to look forward to. A lot of different faces. Anything from politics to what's on your timeline to music to everything that's going on in the world. This is the place you need to be. The Pulse is our show for us and for everybody else. And we appreciate you being with us this evening. I'm Woodzy. This is Offside and Unfiltered. And like I said to you before, I got the right to speak about football because I got the t-shirt. It's not just a gimmick. I'm a tuck shop owner. Good evening. Good night.